Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome back to the Gentleman Club for another banger, man. Um, Today, little different vibe on the show, man. It's gonna be just me and Jock today, man. My boy Mike got some shit going on, so we giving him a day off. I
Down the comrade, but we're gonna hold it down for the comrade.
can tell that. But yeah, we'll be back in full strength next episode. But right now, man, we gotta let my boy do his thing for the weekend. Um, But yeah, man. Hope everybody weekend started out pretty good. I hope it's ending well on this beautiful Sunday. Hope y'all week went pretty decent last week. Um, hey, Jock, you got anything to say before we get started, man?
Oh no, let's see. I mean, shit. Welcome back for another one. You know, today's gonna be a good one. Today's gonna be a good one. Absolutely. You know how we pop it off. So I can't pop it off like we normally do. I don't got my cigar and I don't got my shot, but I got a drink. So
Hey, look.
let's have fun with this one.
Hey. Hey, ain't gonna lie though, bro. I feel kind of good, bro. I got that IHOP this morning. That shit, boy.
Oh, so you did see it through to the IHOP.
Hey, boy. Look, boy. I almost got myself in a slumber before we got on here, man. Hey.
Boy, hey, you see how I was? I was laid out when you called me. Hey, but I'm feeling good too, man. I weighed myself this morning, bro. I have like in 1 year, I went from 209 pounds to 188.
Yeah, see, it's about my time now, bro. Like I'm finna make an effort now to just go to the gym. Like well, you already know me. I hate weight rooms. I hate gyms. You put me on the basketball court, completely different. I love that shit. I'm gonna force myself to hit the gym though.
See, I'm not gonna say I'm the opposite because I love, you know, me. If I got the people that I love hooping with, we gonna run all day. But I have fell in love with the weight room. I fell in love with the. I've actually fallen in love now with cardio, and
Yeah.
that surprised me, the fact that I cannot fully complete a workout unless I run at least a mile and a half to 2 miles.
Facts. Yeah. I don't know. Like I think like the whole cardio thing. Like it's stupid as fuck, bro. I hate walking, but I would enjoy jogging or running if it makes sense.
It makes perfect sense because if I get on the treadmill, bro, like my process with the treadmill is I'll hit the quick start. You feel me? And I walk for 30 seconds. As soon as I hit quick start, I jump it from 0.5 miles to 1 mile an hour. 30 seconds, I got to walk. But that 30-second walk is literally, I'm just getting my music right.
Yeah.
Once I get that playlist, and lately my playlist has been Tupac. Once I hit that Tupac playing, I'll jump that mode up to about 6.57 miles per hour. Now I'm just running.
Yeah.
And before I know it, I'm in there singing Tupac. I'm realizing, like, damn, Tupac. I've come to the realization over the past week and 2 weeks. I'm like, yo, I see why Tupac was considered the GOAT, because his versatility was crazy.
Hey, yeah, man. Hey, what's going on? What's going on, Miss Donna? How you doing this morning? Definitely appreciate the compliment.
Tell her to stop. I'll handle it when I'm done.
Definitely appreciate the compliment. Miss Donna said, "Good morning, Handsome Kings, Handsome Young
Who's that?
Kings." Donna Goodson.
Oh, hey, mom.
But yeah, man. So, hey, I be into that running shit though, man. I like running and shit, but that walking, that shit for the birds, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
That shit for the birds until you do get to running and them legs get to being on fire. You be like, all right, let me walk it out. You got you got the weird legs. You walking like Ricky or LeBron legs out and stuff. Let me get this out.
Hey, but Tupac, yeah, he for sure that guy. I don't know. I found myself like before I used to play basketball, I used to listen to R&B. And like before I would work out, I would listen to either I listen to smooth jazz or I listen to like don't judge me, but that country shit, like I listen to Kane Brown, I listen to Jason Aldean or something like that before I like just do like a regular workout.
I don't judge you because you from the South. Once coming from the South, country music can be low key where it's at.
Hey boy,
but
then that John Mayer boy, I be on it, boy.
But like I said, like that Tupac, bro, that Tupac was so like just listening to him. I'm listening to him, and I like you'll hear something like "Hit 'Em Up."
Oh yeah.
With the basics that we know, everybody know, hit 'em up, go crazy, right? You're like, dang, this is one of the hardest diss tracks to ever touch the world.
What did you say?
and then,
hey, you let that one slip out, dude.
Hey. One of the hardest diss tracks to ever hit the world. And then you turn around and listen to let's keep your head up. You be like, dang.
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah.
How you go? How you go from saying you want to shoot somebody to hey, but hold your head high, player.
Hey, 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 boy, you fucked me up, boy. Ain't gonna lie to you. Yeah, man. Shit, we gonna get into the episode though, man. It's gonna be more of like carryover from last episode, man. Just kind of continuation on the whole cheating aspect. It's a little bit more to touch on and all that.
Yes, sir.
And look, Ma said she like country too. Hey, that country move. I got a whole playlist.
That country had you out here two-stepping like, hey, wait a minute now.
Hey, look, I think it was Madden 06, Madden 07 when we was playing games with Lil Jits, man. I heard that. Damn, I think it was. I want to say it was Jason Aldean. That when the lights come on, it was hey, boy, I heard that. Boy, I said, what is this? Hey, I've been on country ever since, boy.
Hey, what it was for me was because the Madden
Madden had you right.
That Madden, it got me right. But then when I started playing high school football and I go to a country high school and that warm up, you be in there warming up, you walking out on that field and that you hear country drop on you. You be like, man, I don't know why, but I just feel like lunging a little harder right now. What's up?
Hey, it be the move, boy. Ain't gonna lie, boy. Anybody that don't like country, bro, it's something wrong with you, bro. Like I don't care what nobody say. Country music slaps, bro. It's
country music, bro. Country music is heavily slept on, and I don't know why.
But hey, it is what it is, boy. Y'all miss out if y'all want to. I'm cool.
Don't ride with me in the car because you're gonna hear it. My versatility is something crazy. Like I said, you're gonna hear some Tupac, you're gonna hear Wayne, you will hear Gucci, then you're gonna hear Jason Aldean, and you're gonna be like, ah.
Hey, look, right before I got on the podcast, I was just listening to Butterflies. So you're gonna play everything to me. Hey, but I just gonna pop it off here, man. What do you feel? I ain't gonna ask that question. Do you think, just again spinning back off last episode, do you think when not you specifically, but you in general cheat, do you think that means that you don't love your partner?
That's a sticky situation right there. It's like that's a yes and no question because I feel like most of us, I can't say everybody, but I'm gonna say most of us, we have cheated and been cheated on. And in the moment that you cheat, you think you're not like, I don't love my partner. Yeah. I didn't think I didn't love my partner. Something happened. But then being cheated on, I felt like, dang, how could you do this? If you love me, you wouldn't have did this. So it's up there. It's up there. So I'm gonna go with being a recipient of being somebody who's been cheated on. I'm gonna say that love is not as strong as you thought it was.
Okay. So I'm gonna say this. First of all, mom made a very valid point. You can love somebody without being in love with them, and I think that's a tale of two stories. So, and I 100% agree with it. So, like with loving somebody, people don't really know the real definition of the word love. Like love is pretty much thrown so loosely. People ignore the fact that you can love everybody. Like everybody can be loved at whatever rate you feel like you should love everybody. But the difference between different styles of love is you have platonic friend love, then you have I just love humans in general, then you have I love my kids, and then you have I love my partner. So love is a universal term. But when you're talking about being in love with someone, you actually have to know what it feels like to actually be in love with somebody. When you feel like you can't not necessarily live without the person, but if you feel like that person is a part of you and you're missing something when that person is gone, that's when you start to develop what it means to have some kind of love for someone. Now, the other end of it is
right? Go upstairs. Stop yelling. I'm on a podcast. Tell Hazy to come down here.
I can definitely say and attest to me being close to someone or a few people, I guess, individuals that have been in long-term relationships that turned into some situations where that person, stepped outside of the relationship, but they couldn't find it in their heart to move on. And it's because they actually had some kind of like undying loyalty to them when it comes to the matters of the heart. You know what I mean? I'm not justifying it by saying like, if you cheat, it doesn't necessarily mean you don't love the person, because there are people who genuinely don't love a person and they just kind of use them for I guess that temporary feeling, so to speak. But
Mm-hmm.
to say that you don't love somebody because you cheated, I can't necessarily agree with that. I mean, we all did some stupid shit in the past. I mean, it is what
We've
it
all
is.
done. We've all been young. We've all been dumb.
Yeah,
We've whatever. So what to go on what you saying about love, because you was talking about it and it ignited in my head. I
comfortability. That's the word I was looking for, Ma. I appreciate it.
What's that?
When you're comfortable with somebody, you kind of mistake that shit for love sometimes too.
Yeah. Absolutely. But where I was going with it was so because words can't define love. I personally define love. You can go into Webster and look up the definition of love, and you gonna read it, and you're like, yeah, that's cool. But you don't, you know what I'm saying? It's that feeling. It's that everything that goes on. So being in love, and it's something that I learned throughout this thing we call life. Like you might think you in love with somebody, but you know when you're genuinely in love with somebody.
Yeah, and
You like it's just like you know like I know, like we've had those conversations where like yeah we coke and joke about it. You be like, oh, this nigga in love,
yeah.
but that's
Hey,
that's some real.
but some people don't even know what that feels like because like some people mistake love for lust, and
Absolutely,
like you can love somebody's like physical body, but you don't have to love their form. You know what I'm saying?
absolutely,
Like
absolutely.
it is what it is. But like me, I think me and you are kind of like one and the same when it comes to it. Like I think me and you are both more lovers than anything. So we do have like a different perspective when it comes to certain aspects of love, loyalty, and respect. So will I go out there and just cheat on Jazz because I feel like that's the
Okay,
thing I want to do? Hell no. You know what I mean?
you hear me?
What's up?
I said okay, John Cena with the love, loyalty, and respect.
But I mean, like if I was to go out and cheat on Jazz, one or two things are gonna happen. Either I'm gonna regret the shit, and I'm gonna like just come out and tell her like, yeah, I fucked up. You know what I mean? Just because I'm respectful and loyal to her. If I wouldn't have stepped up and did some shit, I want her to know I don't want to hide that kind of shit from her because that's gonna at the end of the day show the love that I have for her, irregardless of the fact that I may or may not lose her in the process of. But I'm gonna give her that respect by telling her what I did wrong when I did wrong.
Facts.
Now, if I just go out there and I'm just fucking this girl, fucking that girl, fucking that girl, talking to this girl, got this other thing going on in the background, like that ain't love, man. That's you trying to have your cake and eat it too. And I can't deal with that shit. You know what I mean? I ain't got the capacity. Like I tell people all the time, bro, it takes a lot of energy to hide shit, and it takes a lot of energy to cheat. It takes a lot of money. It takes a lot of brain power. It takes way too much to cheat. So the one thing I'm always tell people is I have more fun and more excitement behind just being with one person and just focusing on trying to keep that shit together.
Absolutely. I look at it like when you think about it like that and you put it in those terms. I look at it like I don't got time to be out here trying to learn new bodies.
Yeah.
I ain't got starting at square one trying to be in like, okay, let me see what this person likes and what that person like. No, that's too much for me compared to my old lady. Like I know what she like. I know how she like to be flipped, folded into a pretzel. Let me put it in that pretzel. I know what I ain't gotta stay away from what I know. She like it like this. Let me do what I gotta do and keep going.
Yeah, and then I think the other part, well, actually, let me touch on my comments real quick. So she said, and we got to stop saying that it's something that the other wasn't doing because that's not the case. I've been a comfortable side chick, and the person that I was destroyed. Being loyal in the relationship, they still cheated. It wasn't me. Uh, I 100% agree because I've actually been a very loyal side nigga, and I swear to God, I hated it. But like down the line, I started like kind of liking it because I didn't want to be in a relationship, but it does kind of tear you down mentally and emotionally because when you do get that level of attachment, it kind of tears you up for real. And I think over time, it kind of made me not want to deal with people. And my mindset became, if I get cheated on, I'm just gonna walk away from the situation. I'm not gonna give you a second chance. Not gonna give you the time of day. Not gonna give you a conversation. It's just cut off. I blocking them and I move on. I don't care. But it's just not in me. I ain't got the time.
Nah, I've been a certified side dude.
Hey, certified boy.
In college, I about made little cards. Let me make a little business card. Like you need a side dude, I hand it to you. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
But at the time, the downside to it was in those time frames, I had actually met somebody that was a dope person, bro. Like real dope. As in, you meet her, you talk to her, whatever. You really look at her and be like, yeah, she's definitely 100%. Well, okay, let's take it down. She's about 90%.
90% of what you want.
90% wifey material, you feel me? But it's like the thing that messed me up about her was I was her side dude. So even when she was like willing to commit, she was like, yo, I want you, I want to be with you, blah, 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 this, blah, 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 that. I looked at her and was like, remember, I'm your side dude. So I hear all your problems.
Mm-hmm.
And to your problems, your first resort was to come to me. So if we going through problems, you're going to go to somebody else. I don't got time for that. I don't got, that don't sit well.
It ain't gonna never sit well for real. And see, I think that's just more of, we always talk about like you get them how you lose them, or you lose them how you get them, whatever situation may be. Yeah, because like that person can be dope and dealt with it too. You know what I'm saying? Just like you, been a side piece, and it's like, yeah, it's cool. Left dude. Now you want to be committed to me because you just feel like it's better with me, it's right with me. I know you, you know me. But what's the chances of me getting with you and then you going back to him as a side piece because it's what you're comfortable with? And most times people gonna stick with who they're comfortable with. They're not just gonna go hop on the next penis, or you know what I'm saying. The dude not just gonna hop in the next coochie. Like whether females want to believe it or not, we don't just hop on everything. It's always when you have any kind of infidelity going on in your relationship, it's always with somebody that they previously knew or somebody that they knew of. It's never gonna be somebody brand new. Never gonna be somebody brand new.
Because and it's something that I tell. It's funny because I had one of my junior sellers. She came up to me the other day. I think it was like Friday, and she says, "Are you a hoe?" And I looked at her and I said, "I'm retired."
But
so we laughed it off, and she said, "Well, what do you mean?" I said, "Because like, don't get me wrong, younger me, I just if you got the calling saying you want to do something, I was with all that."
Yeah.
But now that I'm older, it's like I don't be wanting to just hop in some random Joan.
Yeah. Hey, you know what's crazy? I actually had a conversation. Somebody I didn't expect to watch the podcast, right? And I was talking to her. She was like, I feel like y'all just talking and saying stuff that y'all think females want to hear. And I'm here to tell you, I don't care about what any female thinks about anything that I says, mainly because I'm not focused on you. But what I will tell you is I'm 26 now. And I promise you, by like age 22, I did not care about anything in regards to like cheating anymore. Like I grew up pretty fast, and I genuinely didn't care. I don't have the urge or the drive to want to go just sleep with different people, especially monkeypox and
whomever said that. Where's my camera? My camera right here. Bam. Whomever said that. Whoever said that. Nah, like, because I want you to know that before this podcast popped up, before we got on episode 1, the one thing that I told SB, and I told Mike when Mike chimed in, said he want to be in the podcast with us or whatever. One thing I said was, when we get on this podcast, we're not gonna have scripts. We're not gonna have nothing. It's gonna be straight up, raw, from the heart, from the what we actually feeling. We're gonna be on there, and it's gonna be more or less like a FaceTime call. Yep. Where we shooting the shits rather than a podcast. Like, so what? We not saying what women want to hear. We saying what we truly feel.
Yep. So, hey, Mom, I'm glad you actually said it because I want to talk about that too. So she said that's why sometimes it's not that good to have opposite sex friendships. So I'm gonna let Jock start this, and I'm a chime in. But Jock, how you feel about same sex friendships and relationships?
Same sex.
Different sex. Sorry.
Opposite sex. I mean, it's what you make it. Cause SB, I've told you for years. I have a best friend who's a female.
Mm-hmm.
College, and we met on a drunk night, got drunk together, whatever. And the crazy thing is when I was walking her back to her room, and we're walking across campus, and everybody was, okay, Jock, I see you. You finna woo woo. No, I literally, and she can. If I'm lying, I'm done. I can call her, and we talk about this all the time. Where I literally walked her to her room. She said, "Thank you for walking me to my room." I made sure she made it to her room. She changed, all that good stuff. And then she looked at me, I looked at her, and I closed her door, and I walked out, and I went back to my room. Like, is it possible to have opposite sex friendships? Absolutely. If y'all, and the funny thing is I used to not believe that, because every female that I ever said prior to Mariah, so Mariah, if you're watching this, shout out to you. Prior to Mariah, every female that was a best friend prior to Mariah, I definitely slept with. 100%. There's not a best friend that can say that we did not do X, Y, Z, and then Mariah came along, and boom. So I think it's one is what you're attracted to, whatever you're attracted to. Like if you find a best friend that you're attracted to, I mean, you're gonna shoot your shot. But if you already set boundaries for it, but y'all set them together, or you set your own in your head, then you ain't got to do nothing with that.
Yeah, true. So, and I understand what you're saying too, Mom. She said there will be an attraction from one side, may not come out, but it's always there, basically. And I do agree with that. But it's, I think now that I'm older, I can easily read it. Like before, I was ignoring it a lot of times because maybe I wasn't attracted to the person. But it's easy to read it, especially depending on how people like carry on conversations and stuff. And I knew, like, based off how I was responding to people, or females in general, like when I had like quote unquote friends or best friend, whatever the situation was, from middle school, high school on up to adulthood. A lot of times I'll kind of like have like some kind of thought in my head, like, yeah, this person probably fuck with me on a different level as opposed to just being a friend. But I set like a personal boundary for myself, even though I didn't physically tell them, and kind of friend zone myself, out of respect for feelings, of course. But when I do realize like somebody is attracted to me and maybe I'm not, eventually it will come up, and I just tell them, like, I'm saying, this is the reason why I don't really see myself. And most times, like, I probably don't even talk to that person after that day. But I can't be mad at it. I mean, at the end of the day, I know that was just your way of getting close to me to see if I would like actually fall for you, but I can't do it. Now, just to kind of bring it up to date, I have 3 very close female friends. I have Denver, or Chelsea. She don't like her government name, whatever, but Chelsea, yeah, Chelsea, my good friend. Like, and keep in mind, like, I think Jock, you probably seen like 2 of them out of the 3, but all three of them are pretty as hell. And if I was to go anywhere by myself with them in public, anybody will automatically assume either that's my girl or that's somebody I'm potentially, dealing with on an intimate level. Me and Denver never did anything. Me and Kayanis never did anything. Me and Ebony never did anything. We didn't kiss. We didn't hug. We didn't hold hands. We didn't talk about having feelings. We never even suggested or even, thought about it. And to this day, I met Denver, I think 5 years ago. I've been knowing Kayana since 9th grade in high school, and I've known Ebony since high school and like 9th grade.
I could have sworn Denver might have been longer than 5 years ago, bro.
It could have been longer because I think I was no, damn, it was, yeah, it was way more than 5, damn near 10 years.
5 years ago, you was in California.
True, yeah, true.
You met Denver way before that, but
yeah, that was like high school, so like 2013, 2014 type shit. So I know Denver
for it's almost 10 years. You talk about 5. You better put some respect on Denver's name.
Hey, look, I was like, look, I ain't even thinking about something. I'm like, damn, bro, you might be right. But so Denver has met Jazz. Giannis has somewhat met Jazz. They've only seen each other on FaceTime. And Ebony actually came over the house recently. All of them are pretty, like all of them. I've like never tried anything with any one of them. And the reason I'm saying, like, I used to think like, nah, I don't want to do all that shit. But if I ain't got nothing to hide, I'm gonna like bring my friends around. Mm-hmm. But the one thing I ain't gonna do is I ain't gonna have a female walk around my house or come near my girl and my kids and all this other shit, and we don't did some shit and we hide. You know what I mean? It's just not in me. That's way too much to hide. Yeah, that's some childish shit. But Ebony is, out of my best friends, she's the closest best friend that I have. We went on best friend dates. We don't been around the park. We don't fucking we don't rode the bus together. You know what I'm saying? Been to school together. We've been around each other in close proximity to the point where we've been in a bedroom locked in and never touched each other like that. And it's a respect thing. And I can't find myself to do shit like that. So for anybody who really thinks that you can't have a platonic relationship with somebody of a different sex, it's very possible. But it's about knowing who you can actually consider a friend and who you can't. Because there are some out there who actually have an agenda to like really do some shit. Or they'll, like, females are just like men. Like, some of them will stick around until some shit go bad and they'll try to slide right in. I haven't had that situation with any of my female friends. You know what I mean? It's just not. It's not for me, and they know it. I'm too blunt.
When you get somebody that's there for the actual friendship, the actual, the likelihood, the lovelihood and likelihood that y'all start looking at each other like family, they're there for you, and that's it. Like, because like you remember when I was going through my situation,
yeah,
Mariah, and shout out Chelsea and all them, Chelsea, Sabre and all them that was there too. But like Mariah sat me down, we talked, and she was like, I mean, you don't deserve to be put through this. Not one time did she ever make a pass at me, make a move at me, or nothing like that. Mm-hmm. And I don't even think it crossed her mind. And same thing with her. I've watched her go through, relationships or whatever, and I'll be like, I've always just been there for her. I've never, there's because you know online, you know online, somebody you got an agenda with, you be like, shit, there's niggas out here who ain't like that, and it's me, I'm niggas.
Yeah, true.
But I've never.
Niggas.
You said what?
I ain't niggas.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, I've never pursued that type of relationship with Mariah, nor Chelsea, nor Sabre. Like, they're my dogs. Like, to the death of me, they could call me at any given moment, and it'd be 2:00 in the morning. I'm gonna answer, unless I'm doing something crazy. Because at 2:00 in the morning, we all know what happens at 2:00 in the morning. Yeah. If I'm doing that at 2:00 in the morning, I might not stop. But when I get done, I'm gonna call you back. Like, what's up?
Yeah, shit. Hey, leave me a text or shoot me a beeper page. You know what I'm talking about?
Shoot me some.
Hey, shoot me a page. Well, don't even call me at that time.
I'm gonna look outside after, shoot the Batman someone in the air because
Hey, look. Well, I said, don't get it wrong. She got male friends and had close ones, but being in a relationship, she keep a distance. Respect it. I get what both you guys are saying, but in a serious relationship, your best friend is supposed to be your significant other, and 100% agree with it. Jasmine for sure is like my number one best friend. But the thing is, I've always told her like straight up, I don't necessarily like having female friends and you not at least know about them or have ever met them. So the respectful thing for me is, even though she is my number one girl, well, technically speaking, my daughter's my number one girl to me. That's personal, but she's my number one adult girl outside of my mother. So when it comes to her, she is my primary friend and my primary best friend. But I also have to have people to talk to outside of her. So when it comes down to it, I have my 1, 2, 3 coalition, and it's like, you know what I'm saying? Those are my family. You know what I mean? And for me, best friend ain't just best friend. Those are like my physical female family members that I have to consider friends because we're not blood. But all in all, I do keep my distance with respect to my relationship and their relationships too, because they're all tied into some other relationship with someone else too. So of course we all have to manage our own boundaries, especially being with other people, because comfort. I don't want to be around them too much, and their partners feel like I'm trying to get at them, which one of them already does. But he do his own dirt, so of course he gonna try to blame her. But yeah, man, I don't like that shit. But then for me, it's like I don't want to overstep my boundaries, but out of respect for my relationship, I don't even put myself in a situation where I'm like constantly around them. So, it's like, it's kind of double-headed sword, so to speak. So, you know what I'm saying? I still maintain that balance. But I do want to say, if you are with somebody and they're always suspicious of somebody that you have as a friend, even if y'all are not doing anything and you can show them proof, like you bring them around, you show them text messages, like I got an open book policy in my house. If you want to go through my phone, I got 2 phones right now. I got an iPhone and an Android. I'll drop them bitches around the house anywhere. If you pick it up and look through my text messages, you ain't going to see shit. Jazz has literally looked through all my text messages between all my female friends, all 3 of them, rather. I ain't gonna say all of them because I ain't gonna lie. But all 3 of my female friends, even all my male friends. I don't talk about other bitches. Excuse my language. I don't talk about other females. I don't talk to other females. If I do, it's some females that I probably knew from school or somebody I just kind of like started an internet friendship with, just like on Facebook. Like you randomly find somebody, you just comment on their post and shit, and I just end up like just randomly talking on each other posts every now and again. That's normally what I do. But I'm not the type to just jump in everybody's inbox, hey, you cute, da 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 da. It ain't for me. So that's just that. No, but if your partner, male or female, is worried about some shit like that, maybe you need to check that, because it ain't always a platonic relationship. Sometimes the person that you think is in a platonic relationship with somebody else, that, you know what I'm saying, that's just me though.
Why you throw your hands up like?
Hey,
what you think?
That's the same. I'm in God. That's all I'm saying.
He said, "Nah, you think?" He said, "I'm just saying they said that to you. I wouldn't take that in my house. I wouldn't take that. I'm just saying. I'm gonna instigate it a little bit."
Hey, that's between you and your God. But all I'm saying is, it ain't me, dog. But so let me ask you this though, bro. Get back. We been there. We've been in that situation. Do you feel like if you were to go back a couple of years and we was back in California, back where we were, do you think the other side of you would have came out and just said, you know what, fuck it, you did me dirty, let me do you dirty?
No, it would compromise my character. I don't believe in get back. I don't believe in the revenge, Jones. Whatever. And like I know. Let's go back to 2017. I had the 100% opportunity for a get back, and I did not capitalize on it because I'm a firm believer of karma.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Karma. What's that term they say? Karma's a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Karma hits strong, so I don't need to force that karma on it. If I don't need to get back. It's not gonna. It doesn't help me sleep at night. It doesn't change how I sleep at night. It really doesn't even, like, in that moment you say, "So I did this," but does it really make me feel better about what happened? No. So I would, going back. If I went back to back then, I would do it the same exact way I did it, which is I don't need to get my get back. I don't need my get back. Not like that. Because my get back is kind of different. My get back is like, now I'm fucking best friends, family members, and cousins and all that good stuff. I ain't need to do that. I absolutely did not need to do that. So
yeah,
no.
So if I go back, our situation was like kind of similar, but a little different in so many aspects. You know what I'm saying? You dealt with the cheating. I dealt with some of that I just found out about like recently in the last year, and then some other shit, that was more along the lines of abuse. I mean, we're not going to limit it to physical because abuse can be physical, mental, emotional, whatever the situation may be. Let's just leave it there. I don't want to throw dirt on people's name. Past is past. We all grew. But if I was to go back, I think I would handle everything exactly the way I did, but I guess modify a couple of things. I wouldn't allow myself to get to the point where I broke my character because I'm not a person that likes to yell at the top of my voice. I don't like to argue, bicker, go back and forth. But I found myself doing it because that person bought my character out and they just kind of like threw it outside. And now I got to deal with MAs on base. I got to deal with police off base. I got to deal with all kind of shit because I can't keep my temper together because I'm matching this person's energy.
Real quick side note, the since you brought up MAs on base, you remember the light skinned cat, the bald one?
Yeah.
He's on deployment with my brother. He reached out and told me to tell you what's up.
Oh shit, what's up, Brody, man? Man, I'm surprised they can remember me, man.
My brother told him who I was. He said, "Oh yeah, I know him. I know him and he had his homeboy. I forgot his name, but we was over at his homeboy house for a situation."
Hey, love you too, man. I definitely appreciate you stopping in. See, Margo going to cook.
By all means, hey, I appreciate her stopping in. She usually don't stop in. She usually just catch the clips.
Yeah, for sure.
But for her to stop in, that's great. But yeah, his name is Goldsmith, John Goldsmith.
Yeah.
Brother told me, let you know, he said, "What's up?" I meant to do that to you about 2 weeks ago is when he reached out. Yeah. When my brother reached, like, "Yo, Goldsmith, blah, blah, blah." He said, "Tell you and your homeboys, what's up?" I bet I got you, and I just forgot.
It's all good, man. Hey, Goldsmith, bro. I'm glad you remember me, bro. Hey, coldest cat you will ever meet, bro.
Hey, boy. Hey, look, let me tell y'all, this boy Goldsmith. So, without giving up too many details, I'm gonna just say MA's got called, and me and SB was sitting outside.
For anybody who don't know what MA is, it's it's basically the police department, but for the Navy on base.
Yeah, police for the Navy. But it was, they had to come do a health and safety check that day, and me and SB was outside drinking. What was we drinking, bro? We was drinking the La Marita Jones.
Yeah.
We was babysitting. We was drinking them La Maritas. We was taking them La Maritas to the head. We outside. We drinking. We had us a Black and Mild. And we sitting there, we smoking, we drinking, inmates pull up. Goldsmith hops out the car. He say, look, we just here for health and safety. We was like, yeah, man, go ahead, do your thing. Walk in. He walks in, he walks out. Hey, man, y'all got a lot of lime margaritas in there. Oh, yeah, we finna be lit. I just want to know, are they really good?
Hey.
Bro. Oh, you motherfucking busting, bro. I bet I'm going to get some when I get off work.
Hey,
I don't know about you, SB, but anytime I seen him after that moment, he never let us live it down. I go through the gate. He'd be like, so what's up? We got them lime burritos. What's up, players?
Mm-hmm.
You know, sat there and he shot the shits with us. He was telling us how he was thinking about leaving Navy, going Army.
Mm-hmm.
But bruh still Navy, obviously. And bruh, Goldsmith. That's a cool motherfucker right there.
Hey, that's a cool motherfucker. Hey, that was the one time I can legitimately say, hey, mind you, he ain't drank no lime burrito with us, so I don't want y'all, you know what I'm saying, throwing dirt on his uniform, but, you know what I'm saying, he took some time, they just took their little break, he smoked a cigarette and out there, just chopped it up with us and shit for the little bit of time he could, and he, you know what I'm saying, went back to his job obligations and shit, but you'll be surprised at, like, how much a person can, like, kind of alter your decision making just by having a conversation with you, even if we ain't necessarily talking about what was going on.
Absolutely.
That's one of them dudes, man. Like, we ain't talk about shit that happened. We ain't talk about shit that went on the previous day. We ain't talk about nothing with the health inspection. He went in and talked to her, came out, talked to me, and we just sat there and chopped it up. We sat on the car, smoked a cigarette. Well, he smoked a cigarette. Me and Jock had our Black and Miles going, had our little margaritas and shit. You know what I'm saying? We was going at it, bro. But, you know, even his partner chopped in for a couple minutes. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, I don't remember his partner name, but I remember his partner was there.
Partner cool as hell, too. But, yeah, man, like, when I say, bro, like if I was to go back to the time, though, man, like I said, I wouldn't change that, but like how I handle the situations, like raising my voice, that ain't my character, bro. Anybody that know me before then, that wasn't my character.
So the reason I saw what I did was I listened to you and I let you speak your piece on it, but I wouldn't, even if I went back and I could help alter your mind to change what you did or how you moved, I wouldn't, because at the end of the day, what you did, everything you did happened for a reason. Your response to everything happened for a reason. So with you, and I can speak this as in somebody who's from the outsider looking in, and somebody who's been your brother, who's been there with you throughout the whole situation. It happened, and you grew from it. Yep. So you grew and you learned. You learned, like, one thing you learned was what are your triggers and what can get you set off into a person that comes out of character.
Yep, facts.
When I said I'd go back, I wouldn't change nothing, bro, because there was times I snapped, bro. And I remember being the day after I snapped. I'd be like, dang, I shouldn't have snapped like that. But then I learned, I like look at it, I sit back and I learned, I'll be like, well, shit, you know, even with me snapping, I was able to say stuff that I did not want to say.
Yeah.
Stuff that I held back, some stuff that I bottled up and tried to throw to the side. And then that trigger happened and all that shit came out.
Mm-hmm.
I was able to say what I wanted to say, act the way I wanted to act, even if it was for a brief moment. And then the following of it was I learned, I lived, I learned, and I grew from it. So don't go back trying to change.
Yeah, I just hate I really just hate how, you know what I'm saying, our character got broken shit. And yeah, there you go. I really hate how the characters got broken, though, because I think a lot of people can attest and agree, but just the mere fact that you got someone who is with you at the time of, and they know every button to push, and when they push those buttons, it's like, why the fuck would you do it? Because you know I'm holding shit in, and you know I know shit about you, but it's like you are pushing me to say what I need to say, even though it's not meant to be said. And then when it's said, you start looking at me like I did some shit wrong or said some shit wrong. I'm gonna tell you the truth when I'm pissed off, but don't make me tell the truth at the wrong time. Because if I tell you the truth at the wrong time, now everything blows up and it's 10 times worse than what it actually could be.
Right.
You know what I mean? But that's all a part of, you know what I'm saying, doing shit the right way. That's all a part of, you know what I'm saying, you picking the right individual to be with. Because anytime anything goes wrong, you have to have complete faith and confidence that that person is not going to hit below the belt. But you can't always expect that.
It's crazy because I say that, and I was literally just talking about this like earlier this week. You know, because we all know, we can all say that some things are better left unsaid. Yep. Like there's some truths and some facts that we know about situations, and you don't need to speak on it.
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? But also, me and you specifically have been put in situations to where we've had that information boiled up in our head and stuff, and we're like, okay, some things better left unsaid. I'm gonna leave it alone, you know, whatever. Where you came and talked to me about it. I've came and talked to you about it. I'm like, bro, what you think? And you like, bro, some things are better left unsaid. Don't even speak on it. Don't even speak on it. Just move this way. And I get to doing that, but those people know what buttons to push, and when that button gets pushed, now it comes out. Yeah. But in an environment where I'm out of character, when it comes out, it never comes out the way I want it to come out. So even if I consider speaking on it, it never comes out like, I can say it like, if me and you had a conversation and I tell you, hey bro, you wrong for a situation, but we're just having a talk. You wrong about a situation. You'll look at me and say, okay, cool. You learn, you hear me out, you live, you learn, and you grow from it. Compared to if me and you got into an argument and I said the same exact thing, but because we're arguing, you're going to think I'm saying that out of spite. Or you're going to think I'm saying that just to get up under your skin. Yeah. So it don't come out the right way. So instead of me saying, hey, bro, you got anger issues. Disclaimer, I'm not saying Justice has anger issues. Just saying as an example. So SB, you got anger issues. You look at me, you say, all right, bet, let me check myself. Compared to me and you arguing, nah, bro, that's what, you know what I'm saying? You be fucking wilding out on people. Goddamn, you got anger issues. You need to check yourself. Nah, bro, I ain't got anger issues now. Who the real angry one? You yelling at me?
Yeah, exactly, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
you yelling at me.
Hey, that shit go both ways, bro. But what I will say though, man, like even after all that shit said, bro, like beforehand, and I did some wild shit that I don't even think a lot of people would even think I would do. But I've been cheated on and I've gotten even. And I felt like I was the master of karma. I felt like, you know what I'm saying, I was karma. So if you did me dirty, I'm gonna go find a way to do you dirty. And I'm not sitting right here saying I'm a like sit on this shit and make it sound like, you know what I'm saying, I'm Jesus and everything, but I've been cheated on and I've slept with some sisters, I've slept with some moms, I've slept with some cousins, I've slept with best friends, and I'm not saying I'm 100% proud of it. Some instances, I'm going to tell you the nigga in me is proud, but there are other instances where I feel like, you know what I'm saying, maybe I shouldn't have did it because even though that person hit me below the belt, what did I really get out of it? Because like near the end, like when I got close to like 21, 22, 23-ish, it was almost like, what's really the point? You know what I'm saying? I'm not really getting anything out of it because all it's making me look like is I still got some kind of feelings toward the situation, but I exerted all my energy and time into doing something to this person so that if they ever came back at me disrespectfully, I got something over their head that I can just drop on them and I can walk away from the situation. And that's what I wanted to do. And I've done it twice. Mother, I bet. You cheated? Bet. Don't say shit to me because I swear to God I'm gonna say something to you. It's gonna hurt your feelings. And then I dropped that 15-minute video from Dropbox and now you gotta share it link. Who was this? Why are you sending me this? Oh, you remember that? You remember you decided to get amped up with me? Now you got a link. Make sure you view that link and show it to that person so you can let them know what's up, and then I'll block their number. But don't. That's the nigga. That's the nigga that was in me. You know what I'm saying? Like now.
Hey, so we gonna act like you ain't just say you be dropping 15-minute drop boxes on their heads?
But I think the longest I dropped the 15-minute and I dropped the 27-minute, and I promise you, it wasn't no foreplay in it. It was straight back cracky in there.
Boy, you some hell. But to go off what you're saying. So as a youngin, bro, for real, as a youngin, oh yeah, I've gotten my get back. As a youngin, when I was young and dumb, I've gotten that get back. But as I got older, the more I realized, as I got older and the more I grew, the more I realized that the get back it just don't matter. It don't matter to me. I would much rather, because in a situation where we're talking about get back is you've been cheated on. So in that situation, I do more by healing myself.
Yep.
Because through a situation, no matter what, anytime I've ever been cheated on, I always go back, I always reflect, and I always look, and I'm like, what kind of man was I in that situation? Or what kind of man was I? What kind of man was I to be cheated on in the first place? And I look back, and every single time, bro, it never fails. And it's something I told you. Shit, I was a good ass dude, bro. I didn't deserve that. Her loss.
Hey, that's the crazy part, bro, because we both knew we was doing right. Like, even when, you know what I'm saying, we fuck up, everybody fucks up and makes small mistakes, but
Everybody fucks up. You know what I'm saying? We got our flaws, but
yeah, you look at the bigger picture, bro. We did everything by the book. We remained faithful. We kept our word. We kept our promise. We did what we were supposed to do. We tried to make honest women out of, you know, certain females, and it just didn't work that way. We took care of the kids. We was present. We was active. We was doing what we needed to do.
But the back end of it is so let's say our last time. Let's take both of our last times, right? You know, I went through my situation right before you went through yours. We went through it together, and then my ending came before yours. And the one thing I told you was, hey, bro, you know what I'm saying? Remember, the grass ain't greener on the other side. And they going to realize that. And what happened? They both came back like, yo, so, hey, big head. Hit you with that, hey, big head text.
Yep.
Nah, I ain't big head no more. Don't talk to me. Grass ain't greener on the other side. You already made your decision.
And just to steer back, bro, because I ain't even touched on this shit. When you said you had ample opportunity, bro, we had ample fucking opportunity.
Ample.
And people don't realize, bro, again, I'm never going to tell the exact person. I worked in a fucking phone kiosk in the middle of the fucking NEX at the time. I had people that worked for me, and I had people that used to come to the kiosk on a daily basis just to fuck with me. Like, literally just to fuck with me. Oh, yeah, my husband out of town. He on deployment, da-da-da-da-da. I already know where this conversation's going.
Yep. You led with my husband on deployment.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, y'all don't, like, I may not be the most attractive nigga to every female that ever comes my way, and Jock may not be the most attractive nigga to every female that comes his way. But there's always going to be somebody attracted to us. The problem is we had these pretty women on our side, and it's like, we chose to be with you because that's what we wanted to do. Y'all chose to do y'all own thing. Not realizing that the military bases are kryptonite. Because if I really wanted to fuck the streets up, I really could run this whole base.
What?
I can run this whole fucking base, especially in Lemoore. There ain't nothing out there. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? And like, even on any other military base, it ain't nothing out there, bro. Like, they gonna find, you know, one or two every now and again. They'll go all base, step out, do their own thing, go to the club. But when you got motherfuckers close to home and you got full access to them at all times, and other people ain't got access, it's full game. I'm telling you, as many hats as I don't seen hanging on people's on people's front door on that base, already knew what was up. I knew at least 3 to 5 people. I used to drop females off at home, and I knew exactly where their house was on base. Oh yeah, you know you can come by anytime. You ever want some coffee? You want to come upstairs for some coffee? You already know what I'm referencing, Jock. You want to come upstairs for some coffee, get some tea. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have me a little cookout. No, damn well she ain't having no cookout. Like, come on now. It's so much shit, bro. And we had too much opportunity to really do what we wanted to do, but we chose to, you know what I'm saying, keep that shit real and stay at home. And this is between two brothers.
It's crazy to say, as many times as we had the opportunity, we did not wake up and choose violence.
And it's sad, bro, because we really could have. Like,
could have.
Bro, like if y'all could imagine half the shit that we had to deal with without physically having to say what we dealt with, just the mere fact that we're actually like talking about it and still managing to keep their names out of it and keep kind of like some of the shit confidential, regardless of how much information we're giving you or not giving you, that should tell you how respectful we are of these two females. But at the end of the day, we still had
the craziest thing. It's the craziest thing about the situation is, when I go back, I can go back and look at the situations. If we would have chose violence, if SB would have chose to go upstairs and have coffee, my reference was to have cheesecake.
Yeah.
If we was to go up there and make those, and we was to go do what we were supposed to do, no matter what, we would have been looked at like the bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what, like, no, I get what that person did to you, but you damn sure shouldn't have did this. No.
And the crazy thing is, bro, I think we could have got away with a lot of that shit and nobody would ever knew.
And the only person who would have ever knew about that would have been you.
Yep.
For you would have been me.
Yep.
And we'd walk away from that situation, but.
And even the crazy thing, bro, like, even between us two, as much shit as me and Jock tell each other on a normal basis, like, this is my brother without blood. If I really wanted to tell him something, I would tell him. But honest to God, hand to God, grandmother's grave, whoever grave you want to put it on, I even put it on my kids. I've never once opened my mouth and said, bro, I just knocked down a bitch on base and he's not telling you. Never did it. Never stepped outside of my relationship. As long as me and Jock have been like this tight, Never said that shit. Never said it to me either. Like, there are niggas out there like us.
Absolutely.
We got it, bro. But
we've handled our situations with grace, honor.
Grace, what?
Honor, because at the end of the day, the one thing I can look back is we can look back on our situations and not look at it and be like, I should have handled it any other way.
Yep.
But if we would have did what we could have done, that'd be a conversation we'd be having, talking about something. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have did it.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what I'm saying. And then there's the but, and then it goes into another long story. But shit, bro. Well, when Get Back comes up, I could have got my shit back in blood all the way, 100%. So SB can say the same for himself.
Well, I could.
And when I Get Back, that could have happened it would have fucked the whole game up.
Well, we could have been knocking on somebody, the best friend though, right out in Lemoore.
But you know what I'm saying. We grew from it. What we did was we took ourselves, and I think our benefit was we had each other, so that we could sit back, live, learn, and grow from it. And we moved on. We moved on to the situations into which where we're at, where we're supposed to be at right now.
Yep, that's facts. But shit, y'all. Look, man, I definitely appreciate y'all stopping in again, man. We 1 man short, man. Y'all got to get into it with the kids. I got to get into it. I got to start cooking, man. So we're going to start closing it out. But yeah, man, I appreciate everybody that stopped in. I appreciate the viewership. I appreciate the responses and all the good shit, man. I did change all my socials. My socials going to be in the description. Josh is in the description as well. Shit, what is my shit? I don't even know what the fuck my shit is no more.
I want to say your shit is like One Justice of One or something like that.
I think that's my TikTok. I think my TikTok is Justice 1 of 1, and my Instagram and all my other socials is officially One Justice, officially the number 1 Justice. So if y'all want to lock in with me, just lock in with me. I'll respond to DMs and all that shit. Y'all want to comment on the shit? Podcast tagged everywhere is THAGC Podcast. Y'all can hit us up on there too. If y'all got any comments, concerns, or
I do want to say we definitely do see the fact that, you know what I'm saying, we post, because we all post our videos or whatever with the inclusion of Mike, even though he's not here with us today. When we post our videos and we post it on our podcast page or whatever, we see all of y'all responses. We appreciate everybody who reposts our stuff. We get our few reposts or whatever. We see all the likes, we see all the views and all that good stuff, man. Y'all keep chiming in with us, man, because we ain't doing shit but here to talk shit with y'all.
Thanks.
All we doing now is all the shit that y'all hear on our basic phone calls is we just putting it on podcast for y'all.
Mm-hmm.
So, man, we appreciate it, man. I like always, like every Sunday, man. I appreciate y'all coming in. Shout out to my boy Mike. He gonna watch this later. I appreciate SB for sitting down and doing this podcast with me, taking an hour of his time to do this with us and whatever. And y'all keep fucking with us, man. Keep reposting our shit.
For sure, man. But with that, man, make sure y'all follow us on all social media. Y'all follow the podcast. Of course, first and foremost, I can give a damn about my own personal shit. But, you know what I'm saying? Follow the podcast shit. We upload, if not daily, every other day. We always got a clip going out on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Every now and again in between time, we'll probably have like a random little post, you know what I'm saying? Maybe with some kind words, some, I'm going to start dropping some shit where we start putting affirmations and different quotes and shit up, you know what I'm saying? You know, just to give it a different vibe, man. But we want to really put men out there on the map and give people time to really understand men's mental health. And that's pretty much what this podcast is about, man. Yeah, we're going to talk our shit. We're going to have some man talk from time to time. But all in all, man, we want to give people perspective outside of just a regular everyday talk. And if, like I said, if y'all got any kind of topics, subtopics, anything y'all want us to talk on, or hit on, man, like feel free to reach out to any one of our personal Instagrams, reach out to the podcast Instagram, reach out to the email, whatever y'all got to do, hit us up, man. We more than happy to take any kind of recommendations or any kind of topics y'all want to hear about.
So I had two last things to put out, but SB kind of took one of them. But, you know, I'm going to say it anyway, damn it. SB, you're not going to take it. But no, like one-on-ones I was gonna say was yeah, absolutely, man. We are literally in contact with each other every day, every week, whatever. So if there's a topic that we haven't touched on, or if there's a topic you want us to go touch on again, please just throw that topic in there, because we are always talking topics and we are always getting ready for what's next to come for us and for next to come for y'all. So any ideas y'all have, give it to us. We're gonna play with the idea for a little bit. We're gonna see if it's something that we can talk for an hour on. Second thing I had was SB, it's for you. Stand by. As soon as the podcast ends, I gotta give you a call.
Gotcha. All right, that's a bet. I guess the last message to everybody, man. Talk to the boys, see what they want to, but we could probably get ready to start doing another guest sometime soon, male or female, it doesn't really matter. If y'all want to be a part of the podcast, just to kind of put your voice out there and give your perspective on certain topics, feel free to once again reach out, man. We love to hear from everybody. But with that, man, we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Next week, Sunday, 12 p.m., man. Love y'all.